Alright, 609 Collector here, a little out of my comfort zone. What I'm going to be doing today is doing a quick review of the DC Multiverse Lex Luther Build-A-Figure Wave. Um, yeah, I not a huge DC Multiverse kind of guy. Not that I don't like DC, but I'm just not a huge fan of the figures, but some of their clicking connects are really intriguing. I had Clayface for a while, really, really great figure, absolutely loved it. I plan on getting it again. And I saw this Lex Luthor and I said, I really want to get that. All right, so I got these. Boxes are a little banged up. So I said, you know what? Screw it, I'll just open them and do them a review and then check this bad boy out. All right, so let me pause, get these open, and I'm just going to do a quick run through. All right, here they are, out of the box. And they're okay. You know, they're good. There are some good and bad points. If you collected I never got into the older DCUC stuff because I felt like it was just a lot of the same reused body molds. I didn't like the weird hip leg articulation thing. So when they released, you know, when that ended, whatever. DC Icons I thought was really good, just the scale was too small. You know, if you had any of the other figures, or say you had Marvel Legends and stuff, and you wanted to scale with either or, you know, maybe use some goons, maybe do some customs, it didn't really work. So that line kind of sputtered out. And now DC Collectibles is another line that's a little too big. The $25, they're good, but they lack accessories, hands, stuff like that, and they're just a little too big, but their articulation's better. But then here we are with Mattel coming out with another iteration, I guess, of DC figures in their Multiverse line, and they're making strides. So I'm going to burn through real quick. The females, I'm going to go there. Their articulations to the point where it's very similar to a Marvel Legend. It looks like you're hitting all the same points. All right, start from the head. Now here for Vixen, not a lot of the up-down, but you do get the left to right. Not really any wiggle room on the sides. The arms extend out on both sides pretty far. You have that single jointed elbow that goes to a little less than 90, but you have the rotation in there, and then the wrist with the rotation and the rocker up and down. Diaphragm joint, not much in the side to side, a little bit back, a little bit forward. All right, nothing in the hips, but you get the joint here, lets you go to a split that far. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which is pretty cool. And then that Marvel Legends rotation where you get the full 360 in the front and back. So that's pretty good. All right. Now, all these figures came with accessories. Hers are pretty cool. There is a kind of problem making her stand. You'll see she kind of like bows out there at the legs. So I'm just going to drop her. I'm not really trying to make this quick. I'm not trying to futz around with them. But her accessory is pretty cool. You get this translucent Falcon here. This little feather is a little warped, but still pretty cool. And the wings move, so that's articulated. That's pretty nice. Gonna jump over to Wonder Woman because her articulation points are gonna be all the same. Very little in the head, not so much left to right because of the hair. Again, front and back, not a lot of side to side. The skirt doesn't hinder you too much because of the cuts, but you get all the other same articulation. Accessories are different though. You get this balled up rope, not balled up, but looped lasso of truth, which can hook there. A sword, her short little sword she can hold in either hand, and it has a hook, so I guess if you wanted to, you could hook the sword there. I don't know, I think that's pretty much made for the lasso, not so much the sword. And then you get an unwound lasso, like she's about to throw it. So maybe she's holding in this. I don't really know how it's designed to be held because you got this, which kind of looks like it's still tied, and that. It's kind of this, not really dull golden color, but it's not really shiny like it would be once she's looped someone. All right, and then what we got? An extra fisted hand for her, for Wonder Woman. I'm seeing just one. Were there two? Batman took a spill. I don't know if there were two hands and I dropped one. I don't think so. So you get one fisted hand for Wonder Woman. Let me run through her pack real quick. Yeah, she just had the one fisted hand. Since Batman wants to be all up in, we'll get to him. And I'll tell you right now, he's probably the weakest out of the whole thing. Because his articulation is hindered by this over cape thing here. If they wanted to do this, they really should have just made it more cloth. You know, because this is stupid. If you got rid of this and you customized it, then yeah, this would be a great figure. So you have a cloth goods cape. It's kind of material there, kind of like a leather material on the outside. This is a soft plastic, but it ain't soft enough. So your arm only comes up that far. Really goes out, not at all. So you're kind of boned there. And you have your single jointed elbow, which is one thing they need to get over. Until they get over single jointed elbows, they'll never be that great, and they can't really touch Hasbro. The wrists go in and out like that, and they rotate. Same articulation on both sides. Head goes down, head goes back a little, no side to side, and because of the collar, no real twist. That symbol looks nice. You go back that far, forward, not that much. Now the legs go out. So far, the best part of articulation there. Double jointed, well, not double jointed, upper thigh swivel. Tight, but double jointed knees. And then they seem to have gotten on board with all their figures that really cool Hasbro-esque wrist articulation. Now that figure only comes with 2 accessories. They're going to be open hands, I guess, for grabbing. What, I don't know, I didn't give you any accessories, but he's got open hands. And then you have the Ray, a character I know absolutely nothing about. Sorry about that. I'm gonna jump out. The Ray, character I know absolutely nothing about, but it is a different body mold, I'll tell you that right now. Lex falling again. Much smaller. Almost like a teenage body mold. And he's got this cool jacket. Alright. So, we'll start with the head. You can get a 360. You can look up that far, down that far. And the head comes off because, there we go. One of his accessories is a smiling head. That pops on none too easy. Oh, off-screen work. My puppy's going ape. I don't know who he's trying to murder, but he's not happy. All right, so we'll leave that head on there. Smiling head. Arms out to the side, a little less than 90. All right, can get that full 360. Upper bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. That does not have a swivel in it, but just a double single jointed elbow. Wrist moves around, goes down, goes up. All right, very far back, pretty decent. Oh, and that's the thing I didn't get into. The males have, actually I didn't even see it with Batman, you do get a twist there at the lower abdomen. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is excellent. Really good. On the open, okay, none of them really go back, but you get the upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee, and that really cool ankle rock. By far, best figure in the wave. I don't even know the character, but he has probably the most accessories, the best articulation, and it's such a good figure and body. I could easily see customs getting done there. And then his hands, other than his 2-fisted hands, another one of his accessories are 2 open hands, kind of for gripping. All right, now I'm gonna reach down there and grab the figure that doesn't want to stay and get to the real meat and potatoes. It seems that of all the figures they've been doing, their best figures are their click and connects, similar to the Marvel Legends style of the Build-A-Figure. Lex Luthor, really, really great sculpt. All right, I'm going to run through it real quick. Head looks up, down, no side to side, but you get the full 360. Well, yeah, kind of slightly hindered by the collar. Arm goes out that much. Down. Forward, back because of the shoulder articulation there. And out. All right. Give me 1 second because I'm about to run out of space on my camera. So I'm going to pause this and then start again. All right, I'm going to have to cut this in. But this is the real meat and potatoes of this review. The Lex Luthor Click and Connect. It seems that the Click and Connect figures are the main draw for this whole line. Who came first? Was it Clayface or King Shark? I think it was King Shark and then Clayface. And King Shark had the alternate head. Clayface, Lobo, and now Lex Luthor. And you've had some others, but those are the 4 standout ones for me. Really, really great looking figures. The best, I think, out of the entire waves, they're usually the best figures. Some of the best. He's had some good ones like Jessica Cruz and whatnot. But yeah, where the other ones have some flaws, these seem to have less flaws, and they seem to be where the most detail has gone into, because they always just catch your eye. This figure just looks great in pictures, feels good in hand. And I don't know, just very, very good to look at. I would definitely love to have this on my shelf. All right, so first I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the eyes, and the eyes, as you can see, seem like they're looking off to his right, my left, like they're both going off there. So not the straightforward look, but whatever. So we're going to start. You can look up that much. You can look down that much. You're just saying this is Lex Luthor in his solar suit when he wanted to, when Superman was presumed to be dead, the New 52, and Superman and Lex Luthor took over the mantle of Superman and became a good guy for a little while. This is before, I think, for after Forever Evil, and before the classic Superman came into the whole picture. But you do get a little bit of the head tilt, which is good, especially with that expression. What you're talking about, Willis. Get a little bit of that. So the head does come off, and you do get that there. That's what's giving you such good range of motion. So already, that's better than most of the other figures. All right. Off screen, twist and pop that back on there. Is it on all the way? Okay, I guess it's on all the way. I don't know, because from the back, I'll show you in a second. From the back, it looks like you're getting a little bit of a gap, but it's not super noticeable. One thing though, the way the cape is designed, it's a slot, and the plastic is actually is molded very well to fit the cape. I will say that the head and the cape come with Batman. So the rest of the neck meets in there. I don't know. This seems a little weird. Doesn't really. I think it's just a little bit of splotch of blue paint, but I'm not really hating there. But very nice blues here. Not really. Kind of not super shiny. Not very matte, but just a nice blue. Gray underneath. No real paint shading whatsoever to speak of. But again, if you like the figure and you want to go and do a little bit of customization action, by all means, be my guest. I'm sure some people are going to pimp this out and make this figure look amazing. Nice big S there. All right, so the figure moves back that far, moves forward that far, so not very much on the forward and back, but it is a big suit of armor. Out to the side, above 90. The shoulder pads aren't hinged, but there's soft rubber that goes up that little bit. All right. Upper bicep swivel and single jointed elbows, which give you a 90. So already kicking the crap out of Batman's articulation. The wrists swivel to the full 360. And let's get in there and look. It doesn't appear as if they have the up and down. So that kind of sucks. But with this big plate, unless they would have shaped that differently, you wouldn't be getting much out of there anyway. It doesn't appear to have any weapons on here, no rockets or lasers or anything. I'm not super familiar with the comics. I don't know where he's shooting beams out of. I don't know if they're coming out of like the S, or if he's shooting them out of his hands or whatever. But this came with no other effects other than what you get, which is fine because it's still pretty good. I like the fact that you build this with just 4 figures. You get 2 legs with 1 figure, 2 arms with 1, the lower torso, and then the head and the cape. So you only need 4 figures to build this. And then Walmart had an exclusive Harley Quinn, I think, and another character from the Batman line, spoiler, and you can get a Doomsday head in a mother box. So not super necessary, but yeah, whatever. But it doesn't take away from this figure at all not having that. All right, back to articulation. It's hidden very well, but you do get the swivel at the hips. The legs spread out that much, which is really good, better than most of these other figures. It's just getting it back down sometimes. If it's twisted, you know, you'll have to finagle it and get it the right way. Forward that much. That's something I didn't really touch on, how far forward they go. So Lex goes forward that much. I will grab the others and bring them over here and check that real quick. Now you're only getting, it looks like single, but you do get double jointed knees. It's just the sculpt of the armor stops it from moving too much. That's still pretty good. Get a great flight pose. Man, this figure is actually really, really nice. That alone is a good pose. This pose alone makes the figure worth having. If you just had one yourself like that in a flight stand, he'd be worth having. All right. And then the bigger boots. This not articulation. This sculpt here kind of gets in the way a little bit, but if you move it just the right angle, you can get the full 360 and the forward and back. He's got pretty big feet, but that's cool because he's in a suit of armor. No peg hole, so you're not putting any rocket effects in there, but they do help keep him stable, even though he fell over like twice during the course of this review. All right, so I'm going to put him out of the way real quick. I want to pull out some of the other guys, and I will check that bit of articulation that I was talking about that I skipped over. The forwards. Let's see. Wonder Woman, only forward that much because that's where the skirt gets in the way. Back, not at all. Vixen, almost to the 90. Again, the big old butt. Back, not at all. Batman, again, forward that much. Back, not at all. And the Ray, forward that much. Not back at all. Now, if they do a Nightwing, I think they are. When they release a Nightwing, if it's on this body, it's going to be really, really good. I already see people swapping out the bicep and the rest of the lower arms with parts from a Marvel Legend figure, just to get that double jointed elbow. And then that figure would be lit. The figure would be where it's at. Yeah, I swear, if I didn't know any better, I would look at this and I could swear this was a Marvel Legends body. And then if he would have had that butterfly joint. That's one thing the Marvel Legends bodies, some of them have. But, you know, whatever. For 20 bucks, even without that, it would still be a good figure. But for a Nightwing, that would be on top. So, that's it. That is the whole thing. All in all, okay. Not the greatest. I think they're moving in a good direction. Again, the C&C figures is where it's at. So if you can snag these, if you want them just for this, it's definitely worth it. This is a great figure. I would not mind keeping this. Out of everything in the wave, by far the best piece. All right. Standing above all others, Lex Luthor. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in with me as I explore this line. My thoughts. Okay, not bad. Of course, not on par with Hasbro for 20 bucks. You know, Marvel Legends are pretty good, but they've been at it for a while, and they're just getting better. But DC is definitely, Mattel's moving in a good direction. I don't even know if they're keeping this license, but whatever. But yeah, if you want this Lex Luthor, I say grab this Lex Luthor. Get it while the getting's good. All right, guys. Again, thanks for checking me out. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.